Again, that outage affecting social media users worldwide. And our Maleko McDonald right now is sitting down with our tech expert, Ryan Ozawa, who explains the impacts from that outage. Maleko?
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Of course, millions of users yesterday affected by the outage, and it's more than just not being able to upload pictures of your cat or to maybe show the world pictures of your food. It actually impacts businesses. It impacts the ability for a lot of people to communicate in rural areas. It has bigger implications than just food pics, right?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the first responses I got when I posted on Twitter that Facebook was down was, "Get a life." And I hear a lot of people say, "I don't even use Facebook," but you have to understand that you might not have a television, but you know the television is important to some people. Facebook has 2.3 billion users, Instagram 1 billion, WhatsApp, a chat service that has its own 1.5 billion users. These are not small groups of people. In countries like Brazil or India or Mexico, WhatsApp is in fact their primary means of communication. So when that gets disrupted, you can't contact your family.
Now, all of these services under the Facebook family of apps. We're talking about WhatsApp, which is a chatting or a messaging service. Business people use that in the U.S. to communicate with business people in China. It's a free service, so it doesn't cost anything. Instagram, of course, is a communications device for a lot of businesses who use it for marketing purposes. And Facebook is still used by a great number of our senior members in society as well.
Yeah, you're going to hear more about that tomorrow in Aging Well, but 1 out of 3 seniors use Facebook, and actually 68% of all U.S. Americans use Facebook. So again, it's an important platform.
So it brings up some new warnings about the dangers of having centralized communication services, particularly when you start to talk about the other outages that happened within 24 hours of Facebook, which hasn't been widely covered.
Right. Just the day before, there was outages for Google services. That was YouTube and Gmail. Verizon had an outage. And you go a little further back in March, Tinder had an outage. I'm not sure if I would call that a critical service.
That could be. Depends on who you're asking.
Right. But it is, again, kind of troubling that these outages are happening.
So let's put those together then. If Verizon, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp all went out at the same time, there's probably a good percentage of Americans that would have been completely blacked out from communications.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I often say that one of the great things about Facebook is that everyone's on Facebook, but one of the worst things about Facebook is that everyone's on Facebook.
Right.
I think that we need to look more carefully at whether we want to put all of our eggs in those baskets. In fact, another reason why Facebook's outage was a problem is that other apps, your banking app, your supermarket app, they might have made it so that it's so easy to log in by using Facebook to log in.
Right.
Suddenly the front door to those services are closed. So we should be looking at alternatives, absolutely.
And in the next couple of days, we expect to find out maybe some more clues as to what caused the outages and maybe some solutions as to how to prevent that from happening again. Ryan Ozawa from Hawaii Information Services, thank you for coming in today and talking to us. You can check out more information from Ryan on his blog at Techspotting.com. We'll be right back with more of today's headlines as we get to the top of the hour right after this.